I swear, with long hair, it gets greasy after like 1.5 days. Oh yeah, there's some geese right out front, pulled up by him. They're like, "What are you doing?" But yeah, so I think today I want to talk about socializing. Socializing is something, dude. I think that a lot of people who say that they like, I think a lot of people, they will say, "I don't want to socialize. I just don't like being around people." And yeah, like, I'm an introvert or whatever. But yeah, like, I guess the way I look at that is that I think probably 90% of people at least are not actually introverts, and they do want to be around people, but they're just too scared of sounding a certain way around people and coming across like a certain way or whatever. Because think about it like this: if there was guaranteed that you could go up to whoever you want to, and the interaction is guaranteed to go perfect, and you're guaranteed to come across exactly how you want to, if not better than you want to, then suddenly you wouldn't be very anxious. So it's like, you know, it's not like some groundbreaking revelation that I'm getting into here or anything, but yeah, I think that very few people actually, like, just genuinely want to be like loners. I think a lot of people, it's like some weird cope where like they don't want to be loners, but they're like, well, I'm basically too scared to go around people, so I'm just going to act like I'm this, loner who doesn't need anybody. I'm strong enough on my own or whatever. And like, at least for me, like, I've definitely been into that before. Like, I've definitely been in that mindset for like years, literally. Not always, it was definitely not always in that mindset, but I definitely fell into that in the last couple years, where I just would convince myself like, oh, I'm tougher, and like, I'm just better on my own, I'm going solo. Or like, even if I'm not better off on my own, like, I just tell myself like, I'm going solo, like, I'm gonna lock in, like, I don't need people's help or whatever, so it's all good to be alone. And like, I think being alone, definitely, it's not like inherently bad to be alone, but just, I mean, like, being alone all the time, I think that's not good. Because we've heard it enough times for sure, but like, we're definitely social creatures, human beings. We're not like we're not optimized for being alone all the time, pretty much. We are optimized for being in the company of other people. Like, that's just how our brains are wired. So yeah, I mean, like, it's just like, I don't know. I guess I just think that a lot. Yeah, I just want to conclude on, at least on that a lot of people that say they are introverts and don't like to socialize, and they don't want to socialize, they do actually want to socialize. They actually do like socializing, but they're just scared of it going the wrong way than the way they'd want it to go. Like, they just basically, these geese are freaking out. But yeah, they just basically, there's like a seagull over here too, which is something considering the closest big lake is like almost 20 miles away. But yeah, people just, I think a lot of us like kind of lie to ourselves, like, to be honest. And then also on top of that, like, if, like, so assuming everything I'm saying is true, then the longer you go being alone, like, the longer you spend just being alone, like, that's actually just going to make you get worse at being social in a lot of ways. I think, I mean, that seems pretty obvious, really. Like, that, yeah, it's like if you're a professional swimmer and then you just stop swimming for like 10 years, obviously you're gonna lose skill. But yeah, so I don't know, like, what's the solution, I guess, is what I'm trying to think of. I think the solution is just being social. Like, not like you gotta all of a sudden just go start talking to everybody about everything all the time, but just going out and actually, I don't know, just when the opportunity, I mean, basically, if you go out anywhere for any length of time, an opportunity to be social is going to present itself. And that's where it's like, well, you could just capitalize on one of those opportunities, start trying to do that more often, and just get back into the game of being social, pretty much. I was like really social. Yeah, I would say I was really social. Well, I don't know, kind of in my whole life, honestly. I could be alone for a long time, but then I'd always go through periods of being really social as well, so it would like balance out. I feel like I kind of had extremes where I'd be alone for a decent bit, but then I'd always go back to being like hyper social, but then go back to being alone. But these days I've definitely been just alone, I mean, for like literally years, like yeah, so that's kind of like, I mean, I literally only hang out with my brother and like one friend nowadays, and that's pretty much how it's been for a while. I have another friend, but he got injured. It's like hard to explain, but I haven't seen him for like a year because of that. He doesn't want me to like come out by him either, so it's not like it's not like he just got injured and I'm just like, oh, whatever, I guess, I'm gonna just leave that guy behind or something. It wasn't like that. He just like is actually isolating himself, but yeah, so that does actually suck, because, oh yeah, I mean, it just does suck, but yeah, I think that, yeah, I mean, really, it's like, I would even venture to say that, like, I think 95% of people want to be social, even though a lot of them would say that they don't, and they prefer to be alone, and they like being alone. And it's like, yeah, everybody likes being alone, but not all the time. Like, people just be coping in some way, I swear, and myself included. That's why I'm making the video. Really, it's like I feel like I can just speak from my own personal experience here. And yeah, like, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. I just think that, with anything that you're trying to do, though, whether you're trying to get more social, whether you're trying to get better at working out, whether you're trying to get better at reading, or better at like learning a new language or whatever, you just gotta apply yourself to it more and more, be consistent. You don't have to spend hours and hours and hours working on it, but you just gotta consistently apply effort, pretty much. And you can't really go wrong with that. If you just consistently apply effort, then results have to basically, the results have to like come through eventually to some degree, if you just keep putting effort into whatever you're trying to do. But yeah, the main topic of this video really is socialism, or socialism. Yeah, not that. But yeah, socializing is the main topic of this video. I got some things I could say about socialism, but yeah. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Peace.